hold on a second, and just like, you can almost hear it from the distance. It's a bit faint where I am, but is that the beautiful sound of sobbing Madridistas? You know what I'm saying? It's the wonderful, wonderful noise of Real Madrid players going absolutely bonkers. I mean, Antonio Rudiger, bruh, put a sock in it. Just take the L. You can tell, like, these guys just seem to think they have a God given right to never take an L, to never lose a match. And when they see that they're clearly not going to win a match, everything just, gets thrown out of the window. Or their so called sportsmanship just goes straight out the window, and they just turn into a bunch of sore losers. Well, I enjoyed seeing that. I did enjoy seeing that, because I'll be pretty honest with you. Once they did score that second goal, that header, Chouameni, unmarked, and you're there thinking, why the hell are we failing to just mark a guy at a corner kick? You start thinking like, hey, in my entire time as a Barcelona fan, which has been quite some time, I started watching Barca religiously back in the days when, Ronaldinho was still in his prime. And since then, I have only ever seen Barcelona play Real Madrid in a Copa del Rey final on 2 occasions. And on both occasions, Barcelona lost. And on both occasions, Real Madrid scored goals in extra time, which took them to win the trophy. And, of course, Barca did pull one back after that Chouameni goal, but the moment that, that Rafinha penalty was cancelled and extra time was, definitely on the cards, I did for a moment just stop to think, hey, am I once again about to witness the thing I have witnessed on 2 other occasions against the Real Madrid in a Copa del Rey final? But, thankfully that was not to be the case this time around, because I forgot that despite the fact that Barca had a bit of a jinx in Inigo Martinez, who's lost every Copa del Rey final he's been in, Barcelona also had just really the cure and the remedy to everything. That being Mr. Hansi Flick, who's never lost a cup final at club level. Just think about that for a second. He's never lost a cup final at club level. Now, he's only been to 8, so it's not a very big sample, but he's never lost a cup final at club level. And look, long may it continue, at least for as long as he's at FC Barcelona. And also the other thing that this really was down to Hansi Flick, this win for FC Barcelona, is look who scored the winning goal and look how it came about. That was Jules Kounde, Barcelona's right back, winning the ball back in the position you would expect Barca's, number 8 or, maybe even number 10 to be occupying. Because that was pretty close to the edge of the Real Madrid box where he got that interception. And that kind of thing, your right back pressing that high up and recovering the ball to just, shoot from outside the box and score, that kind of goal does not happen if you do not play with a high line. So please, may this be the last time that I hear just a bunch of dum-dums over at ESPN FC talking about, well, Hansi Flick, he always plays with a high line and all that stuff. It's like, yes, he always plays with the high line. You might think it's a weakness, but guess what? Without that high line, Jules Kounde isn't in that position that he was in, and that goal does not happen. So, you know what? Here's to Hansi Flick, but also here's to each and every one of the players, the subs included. I did wonder on some occasions, like, is the sub necessary? Should he have just left? But hey, we got to pull out Dani Olmo pretty early on, and Fermin himself had some brilliant chances to score. I just don't know where this guy's shooting boots are this season, but talking about don't know where his shooting boots went, we can talk about Rafinha as well. Like, bruh, this match should have been over by the 60th minute. Before Mbappe even scored with his free kick, Barca should have been out of sight. But hey, that just happens sometimes. And what happened here ultimately is Barcelona won a trophy, and I'm just happy. You know what? I'm happy. It's past 1 a.m. in the morning. It's like, 1:30 a.m. to be exact, where I am. And, I just witnessed Barcelona beat Real Madrid in a Copa del Rey final for the first time in my life. You could say that sort of thing doesn't happen. And that's just because Barca and Real Madrid rarely meet each other in a Copa del Rey final. So that's now Copa del Rey number 32, or is it 33 for Barcelona? Just crazy really how much of a hold Barca has on this competition. And really it was, listen to me, Barcelona needed to win this match, okay? They needed to win this match because now this really just knocks the rest of the stuffing or the rest of the wind that Real Madrid may have had in their sails. Okay, I know they're still going to probably, run that gimmick of every match is a cup final between now and the end of the season, which, fair play. That's really all they have left to play for, La Liga, it's still in play. But I think for me, it gives me a reassurance that this Barcelona team does have the legs. Now, I am concerned by the fact that Barca is out here playing extra time, just 3 or so days before they play Inter Milan in the first leg of a Champions League semi-final. You wonder how fresh they're going to be, especially since we're still not going to have Lewandowski. We will have Alejandro Balde, and I should probably, apologize as well here publicly to Mr. Gerard Martin. I was definitely thinking that between Arda Güler, between Rodrigo, between, Vinny, all those guys, Fede Valverde, Endrick, all the guys who Real Madrid played down that wing in this match, I was pretty sure that dude was going to get cooked, but he did not. He was actually solid in this match, and even the 2 goals Barcelona conceded, they did not come from mistakes that he made, but rather mistakes from, Frankie and, Kounde, I guess at the time, because he was on supposed to mark Tchouaméni. So you know what? Good on you, Gerard Martin. It makes me a bit more confident about you getting more minutes. Just to make sure Balde doesn't get injured against Valladolid or anything crazy like that. But aside from all of that, man, I'm just a happy man. I'm a happy Koule. I hope all the other Koules out there are happy. And I'm also very happy because finally, guys, we got to 10K subs. Now, just the timing of it all, 10K subs on Friday, Copa del Rey champions on Saturday, although it's on Sunday, the match happened across 2 calendar days because, La Liga just had to give us a late kickoff. I do not know why this match couldn't kick off at 8 p.m. like previous Copa del Rey finals I've watched, but hey, just La Liga being weird in that way that only they can be weird. Or should I say the Spanish FA being weird? Whoever it was, anyway, because La Liga was suspended this week. I just want to see some suspensions for Real Madrid players because guess what? Coming into this, all the talk in the Real Madrid camp was about referees, was about not wanting to play this match if so-and-so is going to be the referee. And just look at the reaction from Rudiger. Look at this dude literally throwing a water bottle at a referee. Never mind, these are the same guys, players rather, from Madrid, like Bellingham, who have made a habit of insulting referees. And guess what? When these guys get sent off by referees, they complain about it. And everybody just acts like it's okay. So I don't know what's really is going on here, but I want to see some proper suspensions for Rudiger in particular, because what he did is just completely unacceptable and it shouldn't have been allowed to even transpire. The fact that his teammates really did kind of watch him throw that water bottle, it's just Rudiger, no, not cool. But what was cool though was the fact that Real Madrid players did get their losers medals and Barcelona lifted that Copa del Rey title, and it was just great to see all the celebrations from the Barca players, the likes of Fermin, Casado, Ansu Fati, everybody just, Hector Forts, everybody just coming onto the pitch. Everybody's so happy, Ter Stegen lifting a trophy as Barca captain for the first time in his career. That was nice to see. And hopefully we can see a lot more of this Barca players lifting trophies this season. And what's crazy about all this is that, Barca players probably saw Real Madrid players, prior to the Arsenal match in the second leg, talking all about remontada, eh? The word in the dressing room was remontada. And so Barca players probably thinking, maybe let's show Real Madrid players what the word remontada means. It's not a remontada if you come back from losing 3-0 by losing 2-1. It's not a remontada if you do that. But it is a remontada if you come back from 2-1 down, in the cup final and you end up winning in 3-2. So yeah, that was that. Real Madrid players, at least now, Bellingham, yeah, you now know what a remontada means. But aside from all of that, I'm now going to go and get some sleep, guys. I thank you all for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do have a great day, and Forza Barca, and I guess Forza Copa del Final. Need to work on my Spanish.